you know what kind of fighter I am. I always try to respect my opponents, and I think he don't did them because he really wanted to do. I think Turki Alashi told him you need to do something, and he did. He did, and now before I respect his word because he say, "Oh, I'm not gonna let somebody to tell me what I need to do," and he did. So, but you know me. Just I respect everybody, but if you fuck with me, so it's gonna be different.
Terrence, he didn't ask me to do nothing. I didn't touch him.
You know.
Listen.
Hey, we know, buddy. We know.
First and foremost, somebody was in the room saying that I was scared of them. So I stepped to him and showed him who was the boss of this fight. I ain't scared of shit.
Hey, I never say that. Your uncle say that, not me.
I ain't scared of shit, and you gonna find that out. And as you seen, the last press conference,
we'll see.
when I walked you down, when you supposed to be the bigger man.
Yeah, hey, you say that because you fighting with nobody, and you obviously look like you're a great fighter. But you find out September 13th, this is gonna be different for you.
And it's gonna be different from you as well.
Question for Canelo.
The last fighters that you fought, they ain't on my level. And
I fought everybody.
The last fighters you fought since 2002.
Mention me one. You mention me one elite fighter. Just one.
You.
Oh, me.
Look,
it's gonna be me.
I don't care about nobody else.
And you will see that.
You. So when I beat you, is you gonna be a nobody? When I stuff a mud hole in your ass, is you gonna be a nobody? You're gonna be just like everybody else. Watch. Same shit that everybody else been saying since I moved to 147. I ain't fought nobody. Every last one of them stump a mud hole in their ass, and he gonna be next. Watch.
I've been in his situation before, and I know, it's gonna be a good fight. Believe me, it's gonna be a good fight. I'm gonna bring my best. I know he's a good fighter, but this is just different.
Great fighter.
You see what happened when a good fighter jump up and his opponent is great fighter. So you're gonna find out.
So that means you're a good fighter, and Bivol is a great fighter, right? Right? Is you a good fighter or a great fighter? Let me know.
I'm a great fighter.
So you got your ass whooped by a good fighter, right?
You're a good fighter.
I'm saying.
But I'm great.
Okay.
And question.
Well, every time you stepped up, you lost. Great fighter.
I'm not.
Question for Terrence Crawford. You're daring to be great, like they say. So how do you approach not only fighting an opponent as credentialed as Canelo, but also moving up to chase greatness and dare to be great?
Listen, like I always said, I'm a big fan of Canelo. He's a great fighter, but I think I'm better. I think, everything that I have inside myself with the tools that I have, I'm capable of doing anything that I want in the ring. And come September 13th, I will become the first male 3-time undisputed champion of the world. Simple.
¡Viva México, cabrones! La verdad es que me siento muy contento, me siento muy agradecido con todos ustedes, porque a lo largo de mi carrera siempre me han apoyado. Me siento muy contento de poder representar a mi país, en otro país, de pintar la bandera mexicana y estar involucrado en este tipo de peleas, en peleas grandes. En el fin de semana de la independencia para mí es un orgullo. Muchas gracias a todos por su apoyo y que viva México, cabrones. Oh, it's gonna be big. You barely can't talk with your girlfriend. Believe me, it's gonna be big.
Well, listen, man, we represent it for all of us. I know Canelo got a big fan base, but there's only one thing you got to keep in mind. They can't fight for him.
We'll see, September 13th. They can talk, but you will see.
That just tells how great I am. You know, when I fight somebody that they portray to be somebody, I make them look like nobody, and they say, oh, well, he was that much better than this guy. He shouldn't have been in the ring with him. So I'm motivated. I'm always motivated. And come September 13th, like I said before, I'm going to make everybody cry when they go home.
Yeah, well, the fact that I don't like stadiums because I feel like the experience isn't great for fights. So it's my job and my team's job to make sure that the experience, the live experience inside Allegiant Stadium is the best anybody's ever seen in combat sports. So that's our challenge going into this thing. And, you know, we did the Sphere in a short amount of time, so I guarantee you we'll pull this off too.
I hope Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. beat Jake Paul. My support is with Chavez Jr.
Thank you.
It's gonna be the first fight in the stadium, and for me, it's always great to see so many Mexicans there cheering for me. So I'm glad to be involved in this fight.
I'm happy to stage the first mega fight at the Allegiant Stadium. Looking forward to all the big things that they do in the future with the sport of boxing and UFC.
Oh, de mi parte, lo que a mí me compete, siempre he dado lo mejor, tratando de dar lo mejor, de hacer una buena pelea. De mi parte, que quede bien claro que voy a tratar de hacer lo mejor para que la gente salga contenta y que de mí no quede.
Yep. On my part, you always have a promise that I'm going to work hard and I'm going to give my best, and I'll tell you what, nothing's going to be left. I'm telling everybody, nothing's going to be left out there. I'm going to give my best. Yep.
Lo que sí te digo es que un peleador como Crawford va a ser difícil verle debilidades, pero he peleado con todos los mejores. Entonces tengo la experiencia de poder adaptarme a cualquier situación.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's really early in the process. We still have a lot of months still until for this fight, but it's going to be hard to find some weaknesses in Terence Crawford. Is a great fighter that he is, but I fought the best, and I've always found weaknesses, and I've always been able to adapt to any situation.
For my preparation for Crawford is going to be different. Obviously, I need everything, speed, power, moves, everything. So it's going to be different. My sparring partners, everything needs to be correct.
When I defeat Canelo, I'm going to be on Mount Rushmore. That's where I'm going to be.
So in this past weekend in New York, during the press conference over there, you actually mentioned that he didn't have that strong of a record, just like you, that fought Triple G, that fought other fighters that are really up in their level, like Mayweather. Where would you rank a fight against Terence Crawford in the ranking of your fights, if you could?
No, eso no quiere decir que no sea un buen peleador, ¿no? Que no haya enfrentado a un buen peleador, un elite fighter. No quiere decir que no sea un buen peleador, ¿no? Obviamente va a ser una de mis mejores victorias en mi carrera.
That does not mean he's not a great fighter. That doesn't mean he's not a good fighter just because of the fact that I mentioned that. But I'll tell you what, a win against him is going to be one of the best wins in my career.
Well, listen, you know what I mean? Like I said, a win over Canelo will put me on, Mount Rushmore. And I really believe that. I'll say for me, the most meaningful fight for me was becoming a world champion. But in the fans' eyes, my biggest moment was against Errol Spence.
Triple G is one of my biggest.
Again, Sheikh Turkey, Saudi Arabia, without them, these type of fights wouldn't happen. And these are the kind of fights that you'd be talking about in 10 years that you wish you would have been able to see. That's what this fight is.
Brace Prescott was supposed to be this big, strong, power puncher with all the experience, just like Canelo. Being in the ring with great fighters like Amir Khan, knocked him out in the second round. So he had the resume, he had the fights. So, that was years ago though. I'm a way totally different fighter now, and I'm going to prove it September 13th. You can believe me, you can doubt me, but September 13th, I assure you I'll be walking away with my hand raised.
So how do you compare this fight against your fight against Cotto and now in the Legion?
No, totalmente diferente. Soy otro peleador con más experiencia, eh, con más madurez arriba del cuadrilátero. Totalmente otro peleador. Obviamente he crecido muchísimo en todos los aspectos y la verdad que muy contento ver todo lo que he logrado durante todo este tiempo.
Very different. Listen, I'm a different fighter. I've evolved. I got experience. I got maturity. I feel like a different person on top of that ring, and I think very different from everything in every aspect.
So we'll see. Come fight night, we're gonna see if I gas out or if I can't handle the pressure or what and what. Let's see.
Canelo, there have been 3 Mexican champions in the UFC, Brandon Moreno, Alexa Grasso, and Yair Rodriguez. And how do you compare their styles, and what do you think they pull from boxing, from Mexican boxing into the MMA world?
Es muy fácil esa pregunta. Somos mexicanos.
The answer is very easy. We're Mexican.